What up, y'all? What is going on? I just had brunch, breakfast, lunch with my grandmother, and now I am headed to Pennsylvania. We're in the Bronx. We're in the Bronx. This is the city. We're in the Bronx. And if you go back on the stream, you'll see a bunch of the streets I just drove through. But there is some traffic. My grandmother got here much later than I thought she would. I had to wait. Obviously, I waited for Grandma. I wouldn't have hit this traffic hadn't I had lunch with Grandma, but obviously I had lunch with Grandma. This is the Bronx. This is specifically Hunts Point in the Bronx. And we're going to drive all the way across the Bronx right now because we have to get to the GW Bridge, or the George Washington Bridge, in this semi-truck. Typical traffic jam. Yes, sadly so. Sadly so. This morning was so crystal clean on the roads, though. No accidents, no traffic. It was wild. I wanted to leave earlier than I did this morning. I wanted to leave like a full hour earlier than I did, but sometimes it's rough. Sometimes it's hard to get up, you know? I mean, I got up on time technically, but I wanted to leave an hour earlier than technically. I got to my drop on time, but if I had hit any kind of serious traffic, I would have gotten there late. Weather's looking good. Weather is looking good. Grandma was looking good. She didn't eat anything. She just had a hot chocolate. I wanted her to eat, but she said she wasn't in the mood, so. I had a bacon, egg, and cheese on an everything bagel and some home fries. I gotta get in the middle lane for a couple reasons. So obviously the middle lane's usually the best lane to travel in during traffic when you're going through a city, but also some of the bridges in the Bronx, when you go beneath these bridges, the right lane, the bridge is too low, and I would splinch the top of my truck if I wasn't in the middle lane. So I really got to get over to the middle lane as soon as possible. Being from New York, I know these freaking people are ruthless with lane transfers, but luckily someone's getting in the right lane, so I'm just gonna switch with him. Otherwise, it might be pretty impossible to get into the middle lane right now. But we're all good. All good in the hood. Okay, you're in Texas? Gotcha. 26 in Texas. Wow. Okay, I think it was like 29, 30, 31 in the city. I woke up in Pennsylvania. Yeah, but definitely pro tip, if you're in traffic for a city, middle lane moves pretty well. Left lane moves better than the middle lane sometimes, but the real reason you want to be in the middle lane during traffic, listen to me stutter this morning, that's not me. I must be a little nervy. The real reason you want to be in the middle lane, oh, look at that. I was looking at a billboard. In the city is because for the flow of traffic on and off the highway, you're going to miss that slowdown for the people getting off the highway and on the highway. But enough technical stuff. Let's just enjoy this ride. Okay, you have a cousin? Got it. Yeah, I'm from Manhattan. I don't have that much Bronx experience. I ran cross country in the Bronx. in high school, Van Cortlandt Park. I also ran cross country in college. Only a couple meets in college because my school was in New Hampshire, so we didn't get down here that much. But yeah, I ran cross country in the Bronx. I think I dated like one girl from the Bronx. Not because I don't like girls from the Bronx, just because like being from Manhattan, I didn't really get to meet them. That's all. Oh, Swifty being aggressive. You need to be aggressive, but he didn't have his blinker on, so that's not good. That's never good. The Bronx is rough, but it's not as rough as it used to be when I was growing up. Not nearly as rough. And that goes for all of the city. I mean, some parts of the city are still rough, obviously. I'm not saying they're not. I'm just saying they're not as rough as they were when I was growing up. Half of my family are teachers, so a bunch of them taught in the public school system in the city. So when you start as a teacher in New York City, usually you get sent to the rougher areas first, the rougher public schools. So a lot of what I know about the rough areas of New York, I know from my family since they taught in them. Thank you. I will be sure to have a hopefully safe trip. I wish I got a freaking coffee. Oh, I wish I got a coffee. Or at least I wish I filled my iced coffee from my fridge. I totally bonked on that. Because I'm going to be in this traffic for a while, and it's not like I could stop and fill up. Totally freaking bonked on that. I have been to Texas many times. Many times. I actually have an address in Texas, so yeah, I hope so. I hope so. Actually, we're on, no, it's funny you say that. I don't even know why I didn't say it right away. So I'm going to Pennsylvania, and then from Pennsylvania, I'm headed to Texas. So, after I pick up this next run, this next trailer, I am headed to Texas. Okay, that's where I'm going. I'm not kidding. I'm going to Fort Worth. Take care. Oh, there was an accident. Check this out. Don't miss the accident, kids. You know me and my crazy filming of the accidents. Oh, looks like this van got in an accident with a little truck here. Fender bender. Oh, come on, guys. That wasn't even that bad. You guys see that? You guys see that BS? Come on. They should be pulled over to the side of the road. All that traffic was for that jackalope. Come on. Those jackalopes. I guess it was two jackalopes. Two jackasses. Okay, so these are the bridges. So check this out, guys. these bridges ahead, I can go under some parts of these bridges. However, some parts of the bridges are impassable. So if I would splinch the truck. I would hit the trailer. So you got to be in the middle. And then pretty sure I'm good for the next while. Yeah. I think that was like one of the main choke points. And people do get splinched there regularly because they're just not looking at the signs. So if you're in the left lane in a truck that's 13, well, actually, like just like 13 feet with the 13 feet trailer, you're going to get splinched there. Even a little lower, I think. Even if you just have a profile of 12.6 there, you're going to get splinched. So that happens often right there. Even though there's signs, but you know, people don't read. People don't freaking read. And then people get freaking splinched. I don't know. Well, we're going to find out soon. No, I'm just kidding. We should be good. We should be good up in this lane here. Like I said earlier today, I have Bronx experience. I've just never dropped in the Bronx. As much experience as I've had, I've never actually dropped in the Bronx, but I did today. So that's cool. Especially being from Manhattan, that's really cool that I got to drop a bunch of beef in the Bronx that's going to go to the same supermarkets that my mom shopped in when I was a child. It's really cool. Really cool. I feel like the left lane ends. That can't be right. I think the left or the right lane ends soon. I think it's the right. I think it's the right. Yeah, there's no, well, I've passed probably about 100 Starbucks since I said I wanted coffee, but none that I can access right now. Maybe, there'll be a rest area in New Jersey I'll stop at, and I'll get, Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts coffee. All good in the hood. Pretty sure it's the right lane that ends. Yeah, I'm almost dead sure, so we're good in the left. We're about to see the sunlight. We're about to be on the George Washington Bridge. Oh, thank you for cutting in front of me. That's very kind of you. Yeah, okay, so I was right. The right lane is the one that ended, so we're all good. I've been many places, so sometimes my memory gets a little fuzzy, but not that fuzzy, obviously. No, but I'm feeling good. Saw Grandma. I mean, that's all you need, right? I saw Grandma. I ate a bacon, egg, and cheese on an everything toasted bagel with some home fries. She ate a hot chocolate, and that's that. I haven't seen her in a while. And she is the only... Okay, so... As long as I've been on the truck, she is now the only person that has met me while on the truck. What I mean by that, like, she met me at a drop. no other family member has met me at a drop, a pickup, or on the road at a rest area or anything. Not because they don't love me, just because I am never really near anyone to do that, to make that happen. So, yeah, that's cool. Grandma gets to say she's the only one that's met me on the road. Don't be a bitch. I'm talking to the car behind me. That was in this lane. Okay, so this is the GW. Sorry guys, we're passing over the freaking Hudson River right now. I don't know what I'm talking about. We're about to be in New Jersey. This is the GW, and the surrounding area has the most accidents out of any area in the United States. That's including Los Angeles and Atlanta. I've actually gotten in an accident on the GW before myself. I know that sounds crazy. No, I wasn't in the truck when I got in the accident. I was in my personal vehicle. This is years ago. I clipped someone's bumper. They were kind of bitches about it. They wanted to call the cops and stuff like that. But I was like, yo, it's not that serious. We just got to exchange insurance information. Don't be crazy. So yeah. There's a couple ways I can go here. There's a couple ways I can go, like I said. I'm obviously going to take the express because fuck traffic. I don't mess with local lanes if I can help it. I used to live right here. Well, I used to live in Manhattan. I grew up in Manhattan. But I also used to live right here. Right where we are in New Jersey. I used to live right here. A little slightly south of here. A little slightly south of here. So, very, very familiar with this area. Very familiar with this area. There's a Lucid car. You guys know Lucid? There's a Lucid car passing on the left. I haven't seen many Lucid cars in the wild. Obviously, I know what they look like somehow, but yeah. I guess I know what a lot of cars look like, so that's not the biggest deal in the world. If you don't know, Lucid is a electric car company like Rivian or Tesla. Well, I mean, they're all different, but I believe Lucid's head engineer came from Tesla. Don't quote me on that, but I'm fairly certain that's the case. So I'm not going to front, guys. I am getting off the truck soon. This channel will morph into something else. It'll be drive centered though. It'll be wheel centered rubber centered. There will be a lot of cars, trucks on the channel. I just won't be driving a truck. I will be driving something much faster. But yeah, I've been on the truck for a while. I have finally grown the balls to get off the truck. Now, I've almost gotten off a few times over the past few years, which is, everything has just been a little hectic, and honestly, now is not the perfect time. It is not the perfect time for me to get off the truck. However, there's never a perfect time to do what you need to do, right? And I need to get off the truck, so that will be happening soon. Come on, guys, drive your freaking vehicles. Drive your motherfucking vehicles. So as we drive down this road, funnily enough, we're going to be passing like multiple dozens of my family members. I have a lot of family that lives along this road, some of which I'm not close to, but I have a lot of family in this area. So for the next hour or so, we're going to be passing my family by. I'll wave from the window. I'm empty, obviously, because I just got unloaded. I was very heavy this morning. I was weighing in at around 78,700 pounds or something like that, somewhere around there. But I'm empty now. There was wind advisories, no empty high-profile vehicles, trailers, etc. Were allowed to go over. Not the GW that we went just now. I think it was like the Tappan Sea and the Triborough bridges. I think somewhere around there. So yeah, those were prohibited for empty, high-profile vehicles this morning. Sky looks great, doesn't it? Look at these freaking clouds. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. Oh my god. Oh my god. I think there's 3 lanes up here, hopefully. I don't want this merge to affect my flow. Christ on a candlestick. It's a merge. You know what that means, guys. I think you know what that means. That means I'm getting in the left freaking lane, yo. 'Cause I'm not dealing with those merge spots anymore. Drive your cars. Drive your cars. It is honestly a beautiful freaking day today, guys. Like, it is absolutely gorgeous. I really feel like this is like the way to end my trucking career. Going, like, dropping in the city I grew up in. It's just, I mean, I can't think of a perfect ending. Okay, so any of you that watch The Sopranos, this is really cool. You know the beginning credits. I'm sorry that I have the window open, but it's there. You know the beginning credits of The Sopranos when he's getting on the New Jersey Turnpike with a cigar? The turn he takes and the toll booths he goes through is coming up. You know where the mob is always throwing bodies in New Jersey? Like, when you see like an execution scene like outside a car, this is the area right here. There's like marshland and a bunch of scrub. This is the area they film all those scenes in New Jersey when they do mob killings in northern Jersey. Right here. Isn't that just beautiful? Doesn't that just make your heart sing? Bumpity bumpity. Bumpity bumpity. the left is cars only. This right section here is for trucks, buses, and cars. We are now passing, or about to, well, in about, I don't know, 300 meters, we're about to pass right over Newark Airport. So Newark Airport is coming up on the right. I think some of the airport's on the left as well. So there was just a plane landing in front of us. I don't think you guys might have been able to see that very, very faintly. It was just, it might have been in frame for a second. But if you look around, we may see some planes landing in front of us over the next couple of minutes. Can't stay in that left lane because it's an HOV lane. So there's that. Which is kind of silly considering like this right-hand section of the New Jersey Turnpike is for trucks, buses, and cars, yet that left-hand section is an HOV lane. It's kind of silly. That HOV lane should be over there on the left. I mean the left. That left part of the highway that is fenced off right now, I think that's where the HOV lane should be instead of over here. We are getting pushed around in this wind. Oh, that's awesome. Hello, Ireland. I am half Irish, amongst other European flavors. Alright, I told you guys I wanted a coffee. Someone in the comments said I should get a coffee. I think it's confirmed that I should definitely get a coffee. We are 1 mile away from the Thomas Edison rest area. I'll give them some space. Can't always give people space in this world, but if you can, you should. This is the rest area here. I hope there's some parking for me. I know that sounds crazy. It is pretty early, but there might not be parking. There's a guy getting into his truck on this surface road. That's not very good for you. That's not very good for you. Unsafe practices. Wow, this place is packed already. I mean, I don't know that it should be, but it is packed. Hope I could sneak into a spot because I need to use the bathroom and get a coffee. There wasn't a clean bathroom at my drop this morning, and I didn't want to waste time going to the bathroom while I was with my grandmother, so there's that. Wow, this place is freaking packed. Damn. Feels like someone's about to get in an accident. Not me. I just feel like there's a lot going on at the moment. Kind of thing. I think I'm fine here, but I would have rather have been somewhere in the middle, obviously. I think there might even be parking. It's just like from how I entered, it was kind of hard to find that parking. That makes me feel better. This guy stopping next to me makes me feel a little better. Cause like I'm like not the only asshole around. Thanks, Irish. I'm gonna end the stream here and get some coffee, use the bathroom, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching.